opener that lived up to it.
Yeah, it was emotional from that standpoint. I mean, schedule guys was with the NBA on that one, right? But two teams. First of all, just prayers go out to Gordon Hayward and his family. This is a competitive game. We all compete, but it's a brotherhood at the end of the day. And no one wants to see that at all. So our prayers go out to them and, hope for a great recovery for him. But this is just a game for us where we just, you try to find out a way to win. This is our third day playing together as a whole group. So we did some good things and we made a lot of mistakes, but we'll learn from it and move on.
Dwyane, how hard is it, even when it's somebody on the other team, for you to come back from seeing something like that and be able to focus on the game?
Man, it's tough, man. It takes a little while. I've never seen nothing like that before, and only thing you can do in that moment is pray for him, and like I said, pray for his family, and then as he's going out to the locker room, we just give him some respect and some love. But it's tough, in this game. You never want to see injuries, especially like that to a player that was really looking to have a big year, in Boston. That's the part of the game of basketball that really sucks, is the injury part of the game.
Hey, Dwyane, I know you've seen LeBron plenty of times, but how good was he tonight?
For a guy who has been out most of training camp, to come back and play those minutes he played, hit the shots he did, we lean on him. We're going to depend on him. This is why he's one of the greatest, to do it. It's not many people can do what he's done. So, we went to him down the stretch, and he did what LeBron does. And guys just have to be ready to do the, what is asked when the time is, like hitting that three for Kevin Love off the pass from him. So that guy is incredible.
You could have been better tonight.
Finishing for one, and pushing the ball. I think pushing the ball, with me pushing the ball, it get guys to run with me, and it gets me in the flow of facilitating a little bit more.
What did you learn about your new teammates in your first game with them?
Real good team. We overwhelm people. It's just that when we have times that we did, when we come back with a lack of energy, that's when we get in trouble.
DRose, what did you think of when you saw the Hayward injury? What did you think of when you saw the Hayward injury?
I didn't see it. I just saw the reaction from everyone, but there was no way I could have looked at that. So, there's no way I could have looked at it.
If you told me I would have Tim Duncan and David Robinson rebounding for me, I wouldn't have believed it. So that was kind of cool today.
Anything new happened in your life?
Same old, man. Just going to work and just going home basically.
Paid a lot of money.
There you go. But no, I mean, I'm happy to be here. Just worked out for both sides. I feel like this preseason has been great for myself. Trying to find my rhythm and be myself. I feel like the offense has had some tweaks where I'm feeling more comfortable, and I feel like I'm helping the team more. Pop told me he was happy about it. Just ended up working out for us.
After everything that happened over the summer, everything that happened in your first few years, now it's like nothing never happened.
This place is great. It's a great organization. They do things, the right way. I feel like the talks this summer were very constructive, and it was kind of needed. Having a heart-to-heart, where you just say how you feel. And I feel like Pop's been great about the things that I've said that I kind of needed or wanted, and so far it's been great.
Does it put your mind at ease not to have a decision to make next summer?
I wasn't really worried about it because I feel like if you go do your job and you go win and go be myself, I'll be okay. So I mean, of course, it's nice to have that out of the way, for myself, in a organization. But I wasn't really worried about it. But I am happy to have it behind me.
And it dispels any thoughts that you're not happy here, obviously.
I mean, it has to, because signing that means both sides wanted it. It's not one-sided. I'm happy to sign it. I feel like they're happy to have me sign it. So I feel like everything's great.
When did it start?
I don't remember. It kind of just came out of the blue, and just kept going. I feel like once it started, both sides were very interested, and got done.
Marcus, study the market at all and say, this is best financially
No, I didn't do that. You know, I just went off of how I feel, and I feel like Pop's been great, and I feel like this preseason has made me feel so much more comfortable out there, and I've been myself, and I feel like I'm going to help us win. So going off how I felt, and just in the moment, and I did it.
How much does that comfort have to do with you being 100% physically? The knees or
Yeah, being healthy is a big part of it. Having a good off season to get some things right, and I think just having that talk with the staff and with Pop and him being so great about listening to me and not tweaking things.
How good did you feel as far as being at peace, and when you had that heart to heart, you must have slept well. Get it off your chest and knowing that he was so receptive, and that had to feel good, I guess.
No, because he's Pop, so you got to go at it a certain way. As we all know, he's a different guy, but he's very open to listening, and he's a great guy to talk to. So you can't just go at it and just be too direct. But I was kind of open about how I felt. I did feel better after, and I felt his response after was even better. He was like, you're right, and at that moment they started to kind of talk to me about things I like to do, and it's been great.
Was anybody in your ear helping you do this?
I mean, my agent, of course, Jeff Swartz, but other than that, it was just the organization and myself, trying to figure it out. And I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to have it behind me because it puts everything that happened this summer, out of the door. And I feel like I'm going to be better this year, and I'm looking forward to it.
How heartening is that for you to hear your teammates? Like we talked to Danny yesterday. He said he was happy for you. That's before they came out, the news came out. He's real happy, and he says we won a lot of games last year, and it was because of LaMarcus.
No, that's great. No, that's great. I mean, I feel like all the guys here, are good guys, and I've always tried to put the team first, and I've always tried to do anything to win, and I feel like those guys see that, and I'm happy to have those guys as my teammate also.
You ready to play a real game?
I am. I think it's been a great preseason. Got some good work in, so it's time to work now.
Big test with these guys, young, athletic, bunch.
Yeah, they're better. They have a deep squad. They added some good players, so I think guys are going to be tested for sure.
With David and Tim here, do you kind of think it's pretty cool that you could continue that legacy, Spurs big man?
I wouldn't say legacy because those guys are a different level, but I'm happy to kind of carry the torch for next 2 years or whatever, and just try to keep winning here.
Everyone's hopeful. Everyone feels like they got a chance, and so they're always high-level, very hotly contested games, and tomorrow will be no different.
Rick, what did Lavelle show you in the preseason to give him the second two-way contract?
Well, he was opportunistic. He showed that he has an NBA skill. His stats were good, and so he's earned it. But I've been in that position. I mean, we didn't have two ways back in those days, but being the guy making the last spot, it's something you're going to have to fight to keep every day too. There's a lot of competition out there. And the world of the two-way contracts has brought a lot more players back into the NBA system, and so it's been a very good concept for the league, and he and Motley both have earned the spots.
How do you think Dennis handled his head-to-head matchup with Schroeder last Thursday, and what kind of challenge is this for him to open up the season?
Well, this will be a big challenge for him. The first regular season game is always going to feel quite a bit different than exhibition games. Schroeder's he's a tremendous young player, very motivated. It's a tough matchup, really for anybody. I'm glad Dennis got a chance to play him a little bit the other night, although he only played 8 or 9 minutes or whatever it was before he got banged up a little bit. But it's going to be one of many, many, many tough matchups at the point guard position. That's a fact.
Do you think the fact that Dennis is going to be surrounded by veterans in the starting lineup will help him sort of get through that? You got the jitters, and then maybe you get a little too amped up.
Well, I believe having veterans out there helps, and we just got to get it going. He's got to get out there and experience it. And there's a lot of there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of emotional energy that's expended and stuff like that. And we'll keep tabs and make sure he's okay.
Sometimes we're not smart enough to figure these things out, but it seems like maybe it was by design on your part to have him with the largely wily veteran group, and then the younger kids on the second group have JJ and Devin kind of to calm them down. Is that the way you envision it?
Well, right now. That's the way it's worked out. It makes sense to have veterans with a young point guard. And like Frye and Harris are like two coaches out there. They know what we're doing so much. Powell's similar. He's a real he's just a real smart basketball player, knows the system and works the heck out of it. And so, look, we are where we are. We like our team. We know it's going to be tough. We know tomorrow night's going to be tough. Home openers can be a trap, and we've got to do everything possible to compete our way through it.
What is your biggest concern with Atlanta?
Well, they have a lot of skill. They have high energy. They have motivated guys. They've got a great young point guard. We didn't see Bellinelli in the game we played him. He's a guy that's always gives us a lot of problems. And their three-point shooting is a big issue, So we're going to have to somehow cover drives and cover the three, and it's extremely difficult.
Rick, Powell shot, I think, 40% in preseason from three. How far has he come?
Who did?
Powell. How far has he come as a three-point shooter?
Well, he's worked extremely hard on all aspects of his offensive game. And, he's ready to go. My statement on Powell is he's ready. Ready.